Hi guys, it's Bridget. This is my 19-week pregnancy video update. Let's see. I'm actually 19 weeks and 5 days. My kids have been sick. They've all, all last week they had the flu. I took my 6-year-old to the doctor on Monday because he had ran a fever, not yesterday, but last Monday. And because the Friday before that he had started running a fever and then had gotten sick a couple times, and so I took him to the doctor Monday because he was still running pretty high. Well, not real high. Like, I think the highest his got was maybe 102. Excuse me. And he was having a hard time. A couple times I went in to give him some ibuprofen to take his fever down, and he couldn't even sit up. He would say, "I can't get up," or he would tell me that his head hurt, or just his body hurt. So I went ahead and I took him to the doctor, and they tested him. They took the little swab up his nose and came back positive for the flu. So she put him off for a couple days, and then Monday my husband had to go, the same day I took my 6-year-old to the doctor before, it was before I went. He had to go pick up my 11-year-old son from school because they had called and he had a slight fever. Well, they didn't really call it a fever, but it was 99 point something. So my husband went and picked him up, and then I had called and to get my 6-year-old into the doctor, and they got him in at like 1:30. So when my husband got back, we ate lunch, and then I took my 6-year-old to the doctor. And then while I was there in the waiting room, my husband called, and the school had called because my 10-year-old daughter was not feeling well and was running a low-grade fever too. So I told him, we were in the waiting room waiting to see the doctor, so he was going to have to, call the school and tell them that she was going to, have to wait till I got out of there to pick her up, because we only have one vehicle. So that was at 1:30 he had called me, and by the time I got out of the doctor's office and got to the school, it was 3 o'clock. So, they were ready to let out anyway, so I picked her up and stopped and got my son's prescription for the Tamiflu. So they put him on Tamiflu. And then we got home, and so all my kids missed Tuesday and Wednesday. And then Thursday, because my other two were still sick, running fevers, and just seemed like they were miserable, I went ahead and called the doctor and decided just to have all 3 of them get in to see the doctor, even though my youngest daughter, my 3-year-old, she sounded like she had a cold, but she felt a little warm, but nothing big. But I thought I might as well go ahead and, take her and have them look at her. So the doctor tested all 3 of them for flu, and all 3 of them came back positive for the flu. And my 11-year-old son also had pneumonia in his left lung, and my 10-year-old daughter had double ear infections. So I had to, after she looked at him and everything and we got done, then I took the 10-year-old, 6-year-old, and 3-year-old home and left them with my husband and took my 11-year-old son back to the hospital because she wanted him to have a chest x-ray also, just to check both lungs and, just to check them to see what they look like with just, with the pneumonia. So we did that. It wasn't too long, so then had to go to the store and get some stuff, because knew I was gonna be trapped in the house for at least a few more days with them not being able to go anywhere. So I had to, stop at the store and get some stuff, mostly for me, because we had soup and we had plenty of like Gatorade and Powerade and, sports drinks and stuff. But I wanted to get some stuff for me and my husband, just some regular food because we weren't sick. And then I got their medicine, and then I went home. And so pretty much all last week was just me quarantining them to their room. I wouldn't let them out unless they had to go to the bathroom. I took them their meals into their room, and went back and got all their stuff, and took them stuff to drink, and took their medicine to them and everything. And I just want them to stay in that room and keep everything, all the germs in that room. And we had our air cleaner running, trying to catch anything in the air. And I also went around, I kept going around the house with the Lysol, 2 or 3 times a day, spraying anything that they would have touched on their way out of the room to go to the bathroom, because they would stop and look at the fish tank and stuff. So I'd have to, spray the Lysol, on the surface that the fish tank was on, and wipe the fish tank, because they like to put their fingers on it, and all the door handles, and the where you flush the toilet, and the toilet seat, and just everything. So I guess it was kind of nice having them all sick at once, because then I was able to just, work really hard that whole week instead of it being spread out, just being wore out over weeks of sick kids. And I was for sure that I was going to pick up the flu, because anytime they have any little bit of cold or anything, I always pick it up really easy, always. And somehow I didn't pick up the flu, so that was good. Yeah, even with my 3-year-old, before I had taken her to the doctor, she would hang on me and she didn't act sick, so I didn't think, I had anything to worry about. So I would hold her and she would breathe in my face and everything. And luckily, thank the good Lord above, I did not get the flu, because that would have been awful if I would have had the flu. Because when the mom gets sick and the dad works and sleeps all day, works, hard, and sleeps when he's not working, it makes it hard on the mom to be sick and take care of everybody that is sick, and do everything around the house. So I didn't get sick, that's good. So that's how my week went last week. Let's see. Oh, I did get a Doppler in the mail today. I know I'm going to be 20 weeks Friday, and I can feel the baby move, but it's still nice to be able to hear the heartbeat, because the baby doesn't move constantly, and it's just nice to put it on there, even if I can feel it moving, just to hear the heartbeat. It's just nice to hear. And it's fun for the kids to hear too. They like to hear it. Let's see, I'm trying to think. I haven't got to see my nephew. I saw him the day he was born, of course, but I haven't been able to see him since then because my kids have been sick. So I haven't been able to go up there, because I didn't want to go up there and, have the germs on me and hold him, and then him, end up sick. I didn't want that to happen. So hopefully I get to go see him soon, because I'm just dying to hold him again. He's so cute. I don't have any symptoms other than my stomach has expanded. Yesterday I noticed when I got up that it felt bigger at the bottom, like where it's been smaller, the top has been bigger, but the bottom's been bigger. And but I got up yesterday and I noticed it was harder and it was bigger. And I noticed now when I sit, everything pushes up and it kind of goes up over my ribs, and I just feel like I'm bigger than what I really am or what I should be at almost 20 weeks. I'm going to have to do a second part because I'm also going to do a Doppler with the heartbeat. So watch for part 2.